July 25th, 2012, I got blown up in Afghanistan. I remember waking up 6 or 7 days later and seeing my mom and my wife at the hospital. My wife said they had to take your legs away. I've had low moments to where I feel like it'd be better if I just died that day. But my heart was saying, hey, man, there's so much good to give. If you can just get out of this hospital bed, you could probably be pretty inspiring to other people, man. Keep fighting. 26 months and 3 days after losing my legs, I am completing a half an Ironman, 70.3 miles.
Cedric has a burning desire that I haven't seen in a lot of people, that he's got to do this.
I probably could have done this before, but I didn't believe it enough.
I'm not supposed to be swimming 1.2 miles with no legs. But guess what? I'm gonna do it.
Growing up, I was a kid that was picked on. I saw my environment and I was being a prisoner to it because that's all I see. In the military, I learned that possibilities in life are what you create, what you choose to see. But I met failure time and time and time and time and time again.
Geared up, here we go.
Most triathletes go through a very extensive training. Cedric can't do that. Cedric has a condition where his bone matter is still growing through his muscle tissue, and literally for you and I, that feels like you're walking on glass.
I learned that I could be doggedly persistent about something that I want in life.
He's not looking back, he's only looking forward.
But I did not know that I was going to need that toughening for an experience that I will have down the road.
I cannot tell you how much on fire my freaking legs are right now.
He's missing his right hamstrings. He can only use his quadriceps, and that is a painful situation to be in.
I learned that disappointment is going to come, but this is how you deal with it.
He's basically running off into the abyss. He has no idea what's gonna happen. We're gonna take it as it comes.
I want to send a message to those guys that meant to hurt me. Instead of hurting me, you made me better.
I know in my heart I've given everything I've got right now.
Instead of taking my legs away, you gave me so much more to live for.
This is just Cedric. There's nothing that's ever held him down before. None of this was gonna stop him moving forward.
It hurts bad. It hurts real bad.
You can take my hands, you can take my eyes, you can take my hearing. The thing you cannot take away from me is that spirit inside of me that wants to win. That's something that little boy that used to get picked on didn't know.
Please welcome Purple Heart recipient, retired U.S. Army Master Sergeant Cedric King.
Yeah. How you going?
Thank you for being with us today and for your service.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you for sharing your story.
Absolutely, thank you, thank you, thank you. Screaming Eagles in the audience right there. What's going on? All right, all right, all right.
Wow, man, what a story. I mean, what is it like to watch something back that you experienced firsthand?
It's pretty surreal, you know. You grow up, you're watching TV, and then one moment you're on TV, and it's pretty crazy. It is, you know. I served at Fort Campbell for 4 years, you know, and just back and forth on deployments, and one day, you know, you get injured and your whole life turns around. And I mean, it can happen on a dime just like that, you know?
Absolutely. You got a box of unsharpened pencils at the hospital.
I did.
How did that affect your life?
Well, you know what? The cable was out, the Wi-Fi was out. The nurse didn't answer the call bell, and I had a stack of care packages. The particular day that I unpacked these care packages, there's all types of stuff in there, but there was a pack of pencils. The thing about it was, was no sharpener in there.
Oh.
And it was almost like, wow, you know, I got everything here, but I have a pack of pencils and I can do anything I wanted to if I had the sharpener. And I started to think about it, and it was almost like there's a voice that says, you are the pencil. Now, when you hear a voice in the middle of the night that say, you are the pencil, you think that the nurse is giving you some of the good stuff that night, right? But the fact of the matter is, that voice is dead on. It said, I am the pencil, the person that needed sharpening, and this was the sharpener, so to speak. The pencil doesn't want to go in the sharpener, it doesn't. Right. And we don't want to go through obstacles in life, but the fact of the matter is this, if you want to be used in life for anything, you got to go through stuff.
Your wife talked about it a little bit prior in the piece. Were you always like this?
I wasn't. As a matter of fact, on that particular obstacle course that day, you know the one where you run, you grab the rope? That was one of the obstacles. It took me forever to pass. Right. Yeah. I would run real fast. I would jump up on it, and I couldn't quite get the stand up on that log right there. Right. And and that's just one of the several different like setbacks I've had in life. But the thing about it is the setbacks in life were not the ultimate test. The setbacks 10, 15 years ago were preparing me for this moment. Yeah. It was all a sparring partner. I call it my sparring partner. Yeah. Now, the sparring partner isn't coming to knock you out. The sparring partner is preparing you for the championship moment. And this was, so to speak, my championship moment. One of several, but this was my championship moment. And that sparring partner, heartbreak, this sparring partner, disappointment, this sparring partner, bankruptcy, divorce, whatever it is that people are going through, it's not for right now. It is for your ultimate moment. Maybe tomorrow is your ultimate moment. Maybe 10 years from now is your ultimate moment. But it's preparing you. Right. You know?
Absolutely. Walter Reed is such an amazing hospital. I've had the honor of visiting this hospital many times.
Goodness.
And incredible people, an amazing staff.
Yeah.
What was it like getting your prosthetics for the first time?
The first time, the first time you stand up on prosthetics. I'm gonna stand up here. So I'm in a wheelchair. And the first time you get stood up on prosthetics, you put it in, you put your legs in the stumps and your stumps going, and you stand up. And the thing about it is you try and do everything the way you did it before. With all the old parts. And it doesn't work that way. Sometimes in life, you're going to get a new situation. And if you try to operate in the new situation with old thinking, you're gonna fall down. And I made a lot of falling. And through that falling down, I learned a lot. And the biggest thing that I learned is your power is not in the core strength and trying to stay on your feet. Your power is actually in getting back up again. Yeah. It's not about
cool and Luke metaphor.
It's not. Never think.
Right.
You can never think that your acumen, your intellect, or your power, or your knowledge, or anything you think that you have, it pales in comparison to your ability to come back to your feet again and again and again. And it doesn't matter if it's in parenting, it doesn't matter if it's in the community, it doesn't matter if it's at the job, it doesn't matter if it's in a marriage, it's coming back in the ring again and again.
Getting back up.
Getting back up again and again and again and again. Yeah. If you can just get back to your feet and continue to get back to your feet, I don't see how you can lose.
Absolutely,
I don't.
Absolutely.